Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 1801 Southeast 51st Avenue here in Portland. We're located at the front of the home. Off to the right of the doorway, we're going through the external 4-inch ABS cleanout. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Mostly we're just checking or doing a rescope for a repair. It was out near the street edge. It looked like a vehicle had driven over the top of the sewer line and broke the clean out and also caused the line to settle. Now I zeroed out there at the bottom of the clean out, and we do have water running. I can't remember if I've mentioned that already or not. Let me make a transition here over to 3034 PVC pipe. We're going to advance the camera all the way out to the main. We'll shut the water off, and we'll have a better view as we come back. Now we switch over to the clay, or a 6-inch clay pipe. Looks like here about 35, 36 feet. We'll locate it again, but I do believe that all the clay pipe was in the street, in the city's responsibility, and not in the homeowners. And here at 52 feet, we reach the main lateral connection. We're going to go do some locates here and let the whole line drain out. All right, located the camera head successfully. The line terminates at the main right out front here on Southeast 51st. I believe we mentioned on the last time we were here, we have a few root intrusions in the roadway, but they're in city responsibility. There are a few rocks in the line out in the clay pipe. Where they've come from, I'm not positive, and I can't remember if they were in the line originally when we first did the sewer scope here, but they are in the clay pipe here, and it looks like they're in city responsibility at this point. All right, just located here, so we are in the roadway once you get into the clay pipe. And so the issue with the rocks here, you can see how the toilet paper has bound up in the rocks, and these look like exactly like the rocks I'm seeing out here near the repair site. So I don't know if they fell into the sewer line while a repair was being done. I do recommend the line be cleaned to jet all these things out of the pipe. You also kind of need to inform the city of it. Some cities don't necessarily want you jetting rocks into the main lateral, but those, especially kind of the squared off ones, look like the same rock that's out here that was probably put under the pipe to compact it. So I'd recommend they be removed. I'm not exactly sure whose responsibility that would be in, because I don't know where they came from. They look similar to the rocks I see out here, but they could be from something else entirely, a break in the joint, something like that. But that would appear to have probably come from a repair that was done either the first time before we got here originally on the first scope, possibly after this repair was just done. But you could, that little piece of toilet paper there is an example of what can happen as it comes down the pipe. It hits that stuff, and it's rough, jagged, and heavy, and it does not move on its own. And it can cause a blockage. So this area here now, there is minor standing water. This is, around a 1/16, not even a 1/4 of an inch of standing water, which in my opinion is acceptable. Especially being that this was a spot repair that was done here. I think someone in the house here is running some water. We have some trickling through. Someone's in there, I think, cleaning some windows. So, but anyway, all said and done here, these joints do show some shifting, but they appear to be sealed off. I don't see any evidence those joints are open to the ground. Ideally, you don't see the rubber Fernco. I think they probably tried to do this in a fashion where they didn't have to cut into concrete to get to there. So even for new construction, in my opinion, that little standing water is not something that's repair-worthy in and of itself. And the belly was improved dramatically here. And again, you've got two joints that I can see the Fernco exposed. But those rubber Ferncos overlap the pipe joints by a couple inches on either side, so you can have a little bit of movement at the pipe joint without it actually opening up to the ground. Anyway, that right there is kind of more dramatic than it actually looks. So someone's running water inside the house right now. I'll notate the joints on the report here that at 28 and 30 feet there are some minor separations at the joint, but no evidence that those joints are open to the ground. Again, the water we're seeing right now, this is flowing water. Someone keeps flushing the toilet inside the house. We're going to go ahead and roll the camera out of the sewer line here. The belly has been corrected, or the vast majority of it was corrected. Again, there's not even quite a quarter inch of standing water in there. It's somewhere around a 1/16 of an inch of standing water left over, which is a marked improvement from what we had there originally. I still recommend cleaning the sewer line to remove the rocks from the sewer pipe, which again, that's all in the clay pipe beyond the curb out into the city's territory. This time, though, we still have adequate flow to the main lateral connection, but the rocks do make me nervous. I've already seen one thing of toilet paper stuck on them, and that kind of stuff can cause blockages if you get enough buildup in that area. So I'd recommend they be cleaned out. If nothing else, if they're not cleaned out, I'd recommend rescoping the line in about a year just to check on it, make sure you don't have any significant buildup occurring in the area.